Hey everyone, it's Paddy here over at the Influencer Academy. Thank you so much for joining us today. Great to see you all again, and really looking forward to going through this live Q&A. We're going to have quite a few topics to talk about today. We're going to be talking about content creation, branding, follower growth. We're going to be talking a lot about monetization as well. So I would love to know where everyone's hailing from. Give me a quick shout out in the chat. If you're on Facebook, let me know. If you're on YouTube, also let me know as well. And it'd be good to see what everyone's social media handles are at the moment. And let's see who we've got coming in. And we've got John here. John, thanks for coming, mate. And hello from Canada. Yes, I'm from Canada as well. It's still early in the morning here over in Vancouver, but it's good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining us. And let us know what your social media handles are and where people can reach you. So I'm going to move the chat overlay out the way for a moment, and then we're just going to jump straight into it really. So we're going to be talking about content creation, follower growth, but in case you don't know, I want to give you a quick introduction, I guess a reintroduction to myself. My name is Paddy McGill, and I'm the head coach here over at the Influencer Academy. Was part of the tier community team, so you may see me from time to time within the within the Facebook chat, within the YouTube comments as well from time to time. And I've been working in the influencer and the affiliate marketing space for around 10 years or so now, and I'm working with lots of different. I've worked with lots of different brands, worked with influencers with hundreds of thousands, millions of followers. I've been responsible for doing brand deals with influencers and also as a brand itself. So I can talk with a lot of experience about what brands look for when it comes to brand deals. And we've got someone here who says, "Oh my God, I love your live. Love your live. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us." Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. We got some cool chat, and as you can see there, your live chat and all the other options should be coming in as you start talking. So yeah, drop in a few more comments. I would love to see what's going on there. Are we live in Facebook as well? Yes, we are. We are live in Facebook. Yeah. So we're using Restream today. Restream is a really great multi-streaming platform, and if you've not had the opportunity to use it, we actually ran a webinar a couple of weeks back on how to use Restream, how to stream at the same time. So if you're a gamer, if you're someone that's doing a lot of live streaming, this is a really excellent tool. It's free to get started as well, and we've got a bonus which I'll include in the replay after for everyone to get access to. But if you're on Facebook, what I also want you to do is just go and head on over to this link here. I'm just going to pop this into the chat and bring it up on the screen. Quite mouthfuls, so just follow the link in there. Hey, Tamara, thanks for coming. Great to have you here. Really, really great to have you here. I love yellow. Are you live on Facebook? Yes, of course. Yep, we absolutely are. So I want you to go to this link here. So this is chat.restream.io/FB. What this does, it lets me see who you are over on Facebook. So when the comments come in, just like what we see here, so we've got Tamara who's commenting on YouTube. YouTube lets Restream pull in the name and photo, whereas actually Facebook doesn't. Facebook obviously at its best wants to keep people's, from what they say, keep people's data private. So by default, they don't let other technologies get access to the photo and the name. But you can do that by just going to chat.restream.io/FB. They don't use it to market you or anything like that, but it is a great way for you to get your name on the show. And if you've got an Instagram handle, if you've got a Facebook group, if you've got a YouTube channel, I'm definitely going to shout those out as well. So please make sure that you get that in there. There, can't see the link Facebook. I'm going to drop that in there. So bear with me just a moment, and I'm actually going to get that in there. So I'm going to pull that up, and I'm actually going to go and open another tab. Usually have this open here, but yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. This is what's great about doing lives. Never know what's going to happen. Something new's gonna pop up. Here we go. There's lots of people already. Wow, lots of people already starting to like it here. So let me just pop that link in here. There we go. So if you head on into, if you're in the Facebook group now, you should be able to see it come up. And look, There you go. There's me. So as you can see, that pulled in my name, it pulled in my photo. It doesn't do anything else. We don't mark it. I'll send you up for a messenger bar or anything like that. But it just lets us like see your image there. So make sure you get to do that. And who we got here? We've got Mansouche. I think I've got that. If I've got that right, my Manasish. My apologies. I've got like multiple tabs, so like text is super small at the moment. Should really be wearing my glasses. There we go. That's better. I should be able to see a little bit more now. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. And he's from the UK actually. Great place. I'm from the UK originally. Awesome. Really good to see you here. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's awesome. So looks like we're all ready to go. So today, again, we're going to be talking about content creation, follower growth, branding. It's your live stream, so I want to answer as many questions as you have around these topics. So start getting the questions in as well, and we'll jump in and jump back from time to time, and we'll let you know, and we'll give you a shout out. So make sure you get your social media handles, YouTube channels, whatever it is in there. But again, just a little bit about myself. Working with a tier team, have been for quite some time now. Everything's been going super well. And if you don't know much about the Influencer Academy, or if this is your first time with us, we're the online academy for you to go and learn about everything to do with becoming an influencer, monetizing your following, building a personal brand, and launching it. So it's absolutely everything you need to take advantage of this huge economy. Despite everything that happened with COVID, what's going on with COVID over the last 18 months or so, more brands, more and more now are turning to influencers to actually get their message out there, because there's limited ways for brands to advertise now, outside of something that they might do via their own email or their own Facebook ads. They want to have creative campaigns, and obviously influencers, content creators are the most powerful and the most creative people. Oh, by the way, as well, you might see a little dog over here. Where is she? Over there. There we go. So if she barks in the background, I apologize. Or if you see her scooting around the butt, then yeah, I apologize in advance. So we're gonna kick it off now. And if you've got any questions, feel free to just shout me out in the chat. Always around in the Facebook chat, and happy to help. And of course, if you want to follow my dog's Instagram, as you can see there, Mimi the Pommy, and let me know. But again, what's the main social media network that you're using right now? I would love to know that. Let me know in the chat, because I can try and shape some of these questions, some of these answers that are going to be coming in. So do let me know. We've got National Gaming who's came in. He's been pretty much all of my lives. Thank you so much for joining us, mate. Really appreciate it, as always. So again, what's the main social media network that you are using right now? Please do let me know into the chat. But now we want to talk about brainstorming content. So how do you actually go out and do this? So just in case you've not had this opportunity yet, I want to talk about 5 different ways that you can brainstorm brand new content to help you grow your following and to help you grow your audience. And I want you to think of it like value-based content. And very easy way to remember this. This value is an acronym, and we're going to go through that now. So this particular framework is going to let you create pretty much any type of content for over a 5-week period, or five pieces of content that you can actually post over the next 5 days, even if you wanted to. So what's the first one we're going to be talking about? It's valuable outcomes. And valuable outcomes, this is super important, because is there something in your industry, something that that's not being talked about as much? Is there something that you do that you can offer that's of value to someone, to what someone perceives? So as you see here, Gary Vaynerchuk, if you don't follow this guy, I highly recommend it. Absolutely really does know his stuff when it comes to social media. And he says, if you want leverage, bring value based on what they value and not what you want to give them. So it's basically saying, like, you don't try not to like make up something that you believe is going to be of value to your audience or to your followers. You've got to understand your audience better than then they understand themselves. And that sounds a bit crazy. So the way to do this is you actually need to go out and do research into your target follower, into your target audience. So if you don't do this, if you're not working as an influencer to land brand deals, to make an income online, then you need to know who it is that you want to help. And by you doing that, we talk about this in some other classes, how to identify your target customer or your target follower. The principles remain the same: target customer, target follower. You just got to figure out who it is that you're trying to help. And with this, you want to teach something like a value-based outcome. So it's very similar to this. So what I'm doing at the moment is providing a valuable outcome. So by the end of this webinar, you'll know how to, create 5 pieces of content that are going to help you grow your following online. So these are the things that, again, that people look for when they're going online a lot of the time, in particular places like Instagram, in particular places like YouTube. These are places where people go out and seek information, or actually seek community. And by you providing value to these to people within these communities, you're going to be able to grow your audience. You're going to be able to grow your brand, grow your personal brand, and also give yourself the opportunity to earn from that. So how can you do that? You can do that with brand deals. You can do that with creating your own digital products, just like an online course, just like the Influencer Academy. There's so many things that you can do once you've built up your own following. And hello there, nice to meet you, mate. Thank you so much for joining us. It's all the way from India, so I know it's pretty late where you guys are at the moment. So thank you so much for staying up. Really appreciate it. And we've got someone in the Facebook group just mentioned it's easier for me to Instagram. It's easier for me at the moment to plan there right now for the moment. Yeah, absolutely. And if you haven't done it yet, make sure you do the chat thing that I mentioned. So if you're in the Facebook group, just go to where I posted that link. So chat.restream.io/FB, and I'll bring your name and photo up within the chat as well. So valuable outcomes. What is it that people need help with? Okay, so what is it that people are searching for? So how do you actually go out and do that? Great way to do this is to jump into Facebook communities. So just like the Influencer Academy Facebook group, there's tens of thousands, dare I say, even millions of Facebook groups out there, all around different types, different niches, or different niches and different audiences. And it's your goal is to go and find out what people need help with, or what people are looking for more information on. What can you help them find? What's a valuable outcome to them? So what is it that they want to do? So I want to really think about that, and then by the end of today, I want to go out and just do some research, jump into somewhere like Facebook, jump into somewhere like Quora. If you don't know what Quora is a Q&A search engine. It's sort of like I'd say it's like Reddit. It's like a serious version of Reddit. So it has just people asking questions and answers in there, people up and down voting those answers and those responses. And with that, you're going to be able to understand what people are looking for. So if you're helping people in health and fitness niche, and maybe you're helping mums as well, or people that have people that just become fathers for the first time. So just like myself, I'm searching like what's the best way to get some sleep now, because I'm up and awake all the time. So what's the best way to get a few hours sleep throughout the day without getting disturbed? So these are all the things that people search for when they're online. So I want you to start thinking about those valuable outcomes. And next is aspirational content. And this one here is, as you can see, this is a really cool photo. So this is the team over at Verve, which is a champagne brand. I think the Louis Vuitton, Moët Hennessy group. So they're basically the ones that own all the big all the champagne brands. But what you see here within this particular photo is that they're not simply plonking a bottle of champagne as the primary image on the post. What they're doing is they're building a lifestyle, they're building a situation there that people will aspire, hence aspirational content, or want to have. And this is probably the most powerful. This is probably the most powerful. This is probably the post that you see the most, in particular over on Instagram, because these are the things where people, these are things where people almost like fall into that perfectionist trap as well, because everyone wants that. They want to set up those photos and make them look absolutely perfect. Now, that's cool and that's absolutely fine. Like you can be serious with it and you can make your photos look absolutely amazing, but it's key not to get too much into the perfectionist trap and actually just go ahead and post. Like go and do the post. Once you're happy and satisfied, then go ahead and do the post. But the key thing here is within this particular post is that they are they're not just advertising that bottle of champagne. They're building a lifestyle. They're building something that people want to have. So, if people are scrolling through the feed, maybe it's a hot summer day where you are at the moment, and the lockdown restrictions not too bad. Maybe you see this photo and you're like, okay, yeah, I want to go out. I want to go have a picnic in the park. Maybe I'm going to do that, and then maybe I'm going to buy a bottle of champagne to celebrate with my friends or my family, or even if I'm going to sit on my own, do it socially distant. So. These are the things that these types of posts. These are some of the emotions that people can get from these types of posts. And I think it's pretty obvious that when you look at the right hand side of let's get my laser pointer out here. When you look at some of these comments here, like people really, really love this stuff. Weekend goals. We love this shot. This is so beautiful. Yes, this is so beautiful. You see, like people really, really really love this. So again, great opportunity for you to build, to build a following through great aspirational content. But what I don't want you to do as well is, like, apart from the perfectionist trap, is to sort of fake it. Say like, oh look how great everything is, even though, hashtag no filter, even though you're using lots of filters or maybe using lots of makeup, whatever it is. People see through the fakeness like pretty quickly. They might not spot it in the first 1 or 2 or 3 posts, but if you try to fake it until you make it, there's you're never actually going to build like a genuine community that loves you and wants to hear and see more about you, because that's why people follow other people, because they are bought into who that person is, and pretty much every aspect of their life and what they're doing. So it's important to be real, and it's important to be upfront right at the start. So aspirational themes, again, a really, really great way for you to create that content. And again, with this, it's goal orientated. People see this and think, yeah, that's the lifestyle that I want. And I think I mentioned it here. Yeah, weekend goals. So again, great opportunity there to build some great social credit. Next, it's life cycle focused content. So this one is to do with these catparty.co, and this is an Instagram account that is talking about its first birthday. So what they're doing here is that they're building a relationship with you, the end user, and also they are letting you take action on their posts, and they're doing that by announcing that there is a competition within this. So they're doing a giveaway for 7 days, and within that, all you need to do is to follow their Instagram account, and then all you need to do is like this post and tag 2+ cat or party loving pals in the comments, and that's it. So super easy. Gets people to take action, and as you can see here, here's some of the cool things that you get from that. You get a card, get some badges, and get some stickers. So I see that this is a great way, again, to get people deeper into the relationship with you. When it comes to life cycle focused content or life cycle marketing as a whole, which is very much definitely a marketing term, when your followers get to know you, start following you for the first time, they're not necessarily the really the your number one fan at the very, very start. They're getting to know you, they're building a relationship with you, and they're building trust with you. So it's important that you get them to take action throughout the start of this relationship. So it could be something as simple as this that's going to help them to get to know you better. And again, like something like a birthday announcement or anniversaries are, again, a really, really great way to do it. And if you want to get people to take action, you can add a call to action. So the call to action is the, follow this address or tag 2 cat or party loving people within the comments. So, and someone said, very interesting, sir. Thank you so much for this valuable content. No, thank you so much. Sorry, we can't see your name up on here, but yes, I'm going to give you a shout anyway, my friend. So thank you so much. And again, it's a great way to grow yourself. But TTA is super important. Yeah, always think what's the one thing I want them to do after they read this post from me. Like what's one action I want them to take. So that's what I want you to start thinking about. Next, we've got unique content. So this is something that again is going to be again unique, not seen really anywhere else. This is a cool one. It's my friend, I'm Mr. Mo. He's someone I worked with when I was at a previous company, and he basically creates digital art. He's a storyboarder. So these are the people that draw. When you have like a movie being made, he's the guy that draws the scene, and then it's actually shot and made into real life. So he took some inspiration from some UFC that he's watched, and also from one of his favorite actors, Bruce Lee, and he's put the two together. So pretty cool photo here. Bruce Lee armbarring a tiger. Again, pretty cool. And he's using a quote here: using no way as a way, and having no limitation as limitation. And then you see here, when we're talking about a call to action, we'll do it over here. There we go. And call to action, like download the high res post on the link above. So in his, so within his feed, excuse me, he's now getting people to take action. So if they like this, people are going to go and take that. And he actually sold a course. Like he had a relatively modest audience. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was around, when I spoke to him, it was around like 10,000 followers. And he'd done a 6-figure course launch just from that, and I use the word small. It's not 10,000 people. Is not 10,000 people is a lot. It is a lot, but obviously when people think of like influence, they think, oh, I've got to have like 1 million followers and stuff like that, and that's not really the case. Like, if you can, it's better to have 10,000 people that absolutely love what you do, what you say, and how you do it, than 1 million people that barely know you, only follow you maybe because you've done like one funny video once, and that's basically it. But they're not buying into like the rest of your, the rest of your content. He was able to do a 6-figure course launch just by creating the content that he loves to create and showing his process. So other posts that he does, he goes into great detail about how he creates images just like this one on his Instagram, on his IG lives, on his IG stories. He very much uses Instagram as his like creative hub to reach his followers. So gather inspiration from anywhere, and then when you're creating these posts, I want to think about what's the one thing that you can do to take that post to the next level. Or if you're taking inspiration from somewhere else, and I'm not saying that you should go out and copy someone, but if you're seeing someone that's taking, let's say you live in a very similar area to someone. Let's say you live in Vancouver, just like me. You live in Vancouver, Canada, and someone takes an amazing shot of downtown Vancouver. Anyone that's from Vancouver, you'll probably know this. Vancouver is sitting just below below Grouse Mountain and the North Shore. You can take some amazing shots from the top to the bottom, and you can get a great shot of the city. But what's another great way for you to one up that photo? Because there's lots of people taking those photos. But what's another way that you could do it that's going to make it look cool? And Yeah, someone says make that headline even hotter. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. With the chili emoji there. And make sure you go over to this link as well. So chat.recent.io/FB, and we'll make sure that we bring up your name and your image here within the comments. Thank you so much. Yeah, and someone else saying use relevant hashtags. 100%. You got it. And we're going to go into hashtags actually pretty soon. But yeah, using unique content is again a great way to build your audience. And then to complete the acronym, we've got evergreen content. So this is content that is just like a lot of the trees that you see here in Vancouver as well. They're evergreen, and this means that they're green all year round. And just like your content, it's content that is got to be available all year round to you as well. Okay, so if you're not focusing on evergreen content is something that you can post that's going to work. Doesn't matter what time, what date. Doesn't matter. The content's never going to go out of season, or if it's never going to go out of date. So evergreen content is going to help you have posts that are going to in perpetuity get views, get comments, get clicks. So evergreen content is something that I want to start thinking about. So maybe some tips, some valuable advice that is never going to go out of out of date. So maybe there's let's say for all of the home pro cooks out there, there's only one way to cook carbonara, okay, and that one is just with pancetta or guanciale, eggs, pecorino, pasta. Okay, so no garlic, right? But like there's a method. There's a method we know that works every single time. So what's that recipe that you are talking about? So again, that's an evergreen recipe. It's a recipe that's never really going to change if you want to do it the right way. And you can, if you're a home chef, you can post your own recipes on there. And we've got Dumo says, hello there. Hello, Dumo. Thank you so much. And I hope I got the name, unless you got your first name there. Great to meet you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining us on YouTube today. So we'd love to know where everyone's watching us. We've got more people, it seems, right now over on Restream's really good for this. Actually, it's such a great feature. On my screen, it's got like a little eyeball with the number of people that are watching, and when I hover over it, it actually tells me who's watching from what part. So how many people are watching on Facebook, how many people are watching on YouTube. Great feature. Shout out to Restream. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. And what I want to now talk about is niche building. Okay, so niche building is something alluded to earlier, and if you've not taken the time to actually do this, if you're still trying to figure out who your target followers are, grab pen and paper, because I want you to work through this exercise right now with me. So when it comes to identifying your customer, or your target follower, I want you to start thinking about your niche. And the best way to do is to think of 3 key areas. One of them is going to be the things that you like. So when you're at work, what is it what's that one thing that you're always dreaming of wanting to do by the end of the day? I know at some time for me right now is sleeping. So like I've just become a new father. So that's when my working day is done, and I've seen my child, then that's it. That's all I want to do is sleep right now. I should be aspiring to get into better shape, but right now that's the things that I like doing. What are the hobbies? So what hobbies do you have that you love to do on a regular basis? What do you wish you had more time to do? So think of those activities, the things that you like to do. And then National Games says how to create a unique and awesome thumbnail. So yeah, National, I think we talked about that last week, but I'm gonna actually jump into, I'll do a screen share and I'll jump into Canva and I'll show you how to find it pretty soon. So stick around for that, and I'll show you shortly. But start with your niche. Okay, so that's the things that you like. Next one, the things that you're good at. So what is it that you can do that other people take for that you take for granted that other people are not so good at? What is it that people always like, they're interested in learning more about from you? What's that one thing that you are really, really good at? So do you have a natural talent? Is it cooking? Is it languages? Is it taking amazing photos? Is it being a fashionable dresser? Just like me is. So like, what is it that what is it that you are really, really good at? And then next, what's a problem that you can solve for people? So when you see someone that needs help, what's that topic that you are always stepping in to help someone with? Okay, what is it that you usually reach out to family and friends? What is it that family and friends usually reach out to you for help with as well? So what's that main problem that you can solve? And then when you do these three things, you've then identified your niche. And then when you've identified your niche, that's where you can start doing the work to investigate who your target customers, who your target followers are, and what it is that's the most important to them. Because remember when we were talking about this at the start. We want to teach valuable outcomes. We want to give them something that's of value to them, something that they perceive as valuable. And you can only do that by knowing who your niche is, what your niche is, who your target followers are, and what's important to them. And then when you do that, you're going to be in a really, really good spot to create some very valuable content or some value-based content. So we went over 5 different ways that you can create content here on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. YouTube in particular, you can actually use this now within the community posts as well. Very, very straightforward. So very easy to do. I'm just going to pause my screen share just for a moment. Here we go. Pop back in, and I'm just going to just zoom to a couple more slides here. So yeah, let me know in the chat how everyone's feeling right now. And I know we got National asked a little bit more about thumbnails, and I'm going to promise I'll show you how to do that. We've got Felicity in Paris. It says, I love being into fashion, create brands. I'm currently working on my e-commerce store. Okay, awesome. And I must say, it's all worth it. It's driving me sales. Yeah, see, so yeah, you know what this is like. Felicity. So it's all about putting in the work, putting in the yards, the hard yards, as they say, and the e-commerce is absolutely blown up. It's something that's not getting. It's never going to go away. Like this is the new reality now. So yeah, keep it up, mate. Really proud of you. So what we want to do now is talk a little bit more about some different types of contents, and just bring this up here. There we go. So I'm actually going to jump into Canva first, and then we're going to jump into Facebook, and we're going to talk a bit more about Facebook as well, and actually growing your audience, growing your following on there, and actually how to beat but how to take advantage of the algorithms there. So bear me just a moment whilst I bring up Canva. So for those that are, and again, thank you National for asking me about this. Really appreciate. So if you're, and this really, this is basically like, this will work for any type of social media network. And I highly encourage you to check these guys out. This is, excuse me, put this up here. There we go. So this is Canva. Okay, so Canva is it's like basically like Photoshop, Paint, a photo editor that's online. You can start for free, completely for free, no catch. And whilst I do have a, I've lots. I think I have like 4 accounts with 4 different emails. But you get to do some great things here, completely for free, absolutely completely for free with no catches. And National asked the question, how do you create a unique and awesome thumbnail? And as you can see, I think we spoke about this on a previous, definitely on a previous presentation. But I'm going to search the word like YouTube thumbnail. The cool thing is Canva has made it so easy for you to just search pretty much for the thing you want, just like you would on Google. You know how like Google can almost like predict what you're thinking now, which is basically what they're trying to do. I know it sounds a bit Minority Report type thing, but it is really the case. They're trying to guess what it is that you want at that particular moment in time. And when it comes to something like YouTube here, as you can see, they've got all these different types of thumbnails, and they've already got the sizes and the dimensions already laid out for you. So, you know, if you're not a graphics person, I'm not a graphics person. Like I'm really not. But Canva for me has been the easiest way for me to get started. I'm not MS Paint guy, so this is like the natural next step. But if you're already like a Photoshop Pro, it's very unlikely that you're going to use Canva. But I do recommend it actually because it is super quick, and they do make it easy for you to again to keep it all in one area. But let's actually type gaming thumbnail. YouTube game video. Oh yeah, and this is a cool thing as well. They just launched this recently. Hey Praise, thanks so much for coming along. Appreciate you coming here. They also have videos that you can create and edit here within Canva, so you can have all of your your outros, end cards, bumpers, and stuff like that. That's all here, and you can make these changes however you see fit. See that? Super easy. Get this one out of the way. Made that a little bit easier to look. Okay, so search for videos. Let's actually quickly go back to the thumbnail because that's what I said I was going to do. And we'll do that here. So within Canva, they're already giving you lots of templates for you to follow. So Aussie National is he's a gaming dude. Oh, here we go. So here's one here that you can actually start to work on. So it's got red and black, pretty cool. This text here in this font is already set up, so we're going to always like National Gaming. Make that a bit bigger. And moves out of the way. We can change the color. So I know you're black and red as well, National, but so make that different color, make that into a blue here. And it's just a matter of just selecting the colors and going for it. I mean, it's very simple, very simple indeed. I would encourage you to definitely go and check out Canva. You can get lost around the rabbit hole and start playing with all these different templates. But actually, I built a lot of the graphics, like the graphics you see on the thumbnail for all of the live streams. I use Canva for it. Like, it's a really great tool, and encourage you to go and check it out. But as you can see there, it's very easy for you to start creating content that is creating this type of thumbnails, this type of content. If you're maybe like a health and beauty influencer, ignore National Gaming, but we'll say like 5 ways to de-stress after a busy day. Like, again, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. So if you want to go create a thumbnail, I would just jump straight into canva.com, sign up with a link, and just use your Google account, wherever it is, just connect it up, and then you're already logged in, ready to go. But there's so many different things. You can have audio, as well. So they have like, you know, audio that you can use for your own videos, backgrounds, different text files, different elements. So like, if you like, it's pretty cool text. Definitely not on brand, but let me get this one out of the way here, Stacey. I've just noticed something. There's a lot of people on my LinkedIn that they use this. This is the exact like thumbnail design that he used. The one with the little squiggle here. So the pizza party. So let's say maybe you're creating a post around your party. Let's do pizza. Let's get the photos here. See that, like, it looks pretty. It's very good. I'm not a designer, but like, you know, you can see it doesn't take long just for you to search for one thing, to search for one image that you might need, you might like. And again, they let you use these photos as well. So absolutely awesome. So if you're, you know, maybe if you're doing maybe you're doing social media for someone else, and you know, you want to, like, you know, do some posts quickly. Again, great way to do it. You search whatever you want in there. There you go. So like there's so many opportunities here for you to create great thumbnails. So yeah, take a look at Canva, play around with it. Options are pretty much limitless. But do let me know in the chat. Felicity says, I also use Canva. I can make eye-catching sales posters, promotions, thumbnails, cards. Very useful to digital nomads. Yeah, absolutely. As you're a digital nomad, that's awesome. So people not familiar, digital nomad, someone who's generally they're working, they're where they are is their home. They've got their laptop. They might be working on the beach somewhere, might be working in a cool in the rainforest or something like that. Really, really cool. And National Gaming says it looks live, so unique, and the process to create is easy. Yeah, absolutely. And the cool thing is, right, once you're actually up and running, and you start creating these thumbnails, you can actually have what they call like basically like styles. So all of your favorite icons, all of your favorite imagery, all your stuff can be kept in one folder, ready to go, like ready for when you want to do your next post. But again, there's so many things you can do. Just go to photos here. Who runs big tech? The programs behind Silicon Valley's biggest companies. Let's do the tech tyrant. Hopefully, I think bad comes up here, but there we go. Let's move that to the back. There you go. So again, super easy for you to find out what's going on. So you can get creative and do whatever you want when it comes to Canva. So yeah, do let me know if this helped. Has this been? Thank you, by the way, National, for asking this question, mate. Looks like a lot of people found some great value from it. So next, I want to talk a bit more about Facebook. So I'm just going to pause my screen share here and actually jump into back into something else. So again, thanks to everyone sticking around on the YouTube and on the Facebook. Really on the Facebook. It didn't used to be called the Facebook. I think that's what it was called, wasn't it? If I remember rightly, long time ago. Let's get this next part of the presentation up and running. Okay. So right now we're going to talk a bit more about the Facebook algorithm. Okay. So not going to make this way too technical. National's how can we create an end screen animated? So actually, National, on Canva, if you just go to the video, if you go to the search and just type YouTube video outro, it will actually bring up the templates. I think at the very start of this. So if you rewind back slightly and just look at where I started to create the going into the Canva stuff. I actually show you how to do that. So, and then you can catch up after you take a look. Okay, awesome. So, let's talk a bit more about Facebook. Okay, and one of the things that that people always wondering about is that Facebook algorithm. Okay, so the algorithm is not working towards me. The algorithm's changing all the time. Now, the thing is, I want you to realize is that Facebook is constantly making changes to this algorithm. So if you're just trying to beat it, is like it's really not going to happen. But there is a way that we can use what they do to our advantage. I just want to quickly bring this up here. We'll say, create an awesome end screen. So please, can you see that? Yeah, National will bring it up next time, mate. So, or drop it into the Facebook chat. Leave a link to your video, and I'm sure we can get everyone to come take it out and give you some critique about it. But when it comes to the Facebook algorithm itself, it's going to look at this in some key ways. So first, Facebook takes every post that's available on a user's network. So that's what they call the inventory, and it scores these posts based on what they call ranking signals. So these are types of posts according to recency, how familiar people are with your posts, and how likely people are going to engage with the content. So anyone that has opted into looking at content from content about, let's say, dogs and cats or babies or something like that, obviously a super popular post. Happy birthday is a super popular post. What it looks like, what it looks for is the content that you are posting, and it's trying to actively put that in front of the people that want to see this the most. Okay, so it says, for example, that if you are, let's say, Patrick is 20% more likely to watch tutorial videos from his chess group, but he's 95% more likely to put a heart reaction on the photo of his sister's new puppy. So, based on all the posts that are being done at that particular moment in time, Facebook is then going to serve the one that's going to get the biggest reaction or the most amount of reactions. Because of what people are already viewing. So just like what I was talking about earlier with Google and then to a degree YouTube, they're trying to pretty much guess what it is that you want in that particular moment in time based on the activities that you're taking within that social media network. So what does this actually tell us? It tells us that you need to start creating content that has these four different types of areas. So the first one is a relationship. So, how can you build a relationship with someone? Something that, because a relationship is what's going to help you grow your audience, what's going to help you grow your following, grow your brand deals, grow your revenue by building a relationship with someone. So next thing is going to be the content type. So what type of media is being posted? So again, depending on the content type, some people like to use videos, some people like photos, some people like to do live streams. So there's all these different ways for you to comment, like, and share, and get eyeballs to your Facebook content. And then next, it's the popular content. So Facebook is also going to start pushing content that is popular, that people are already seeing and reacting to it. And something I'll talk about in a bit more detail. I had a whole dedicated Facebook training session. One thing we talk about is the you've got to instead of going for the like, you've got to target the heart emoji or the applause emoji or the sport in a sport emoji. That's LinkedIn, but you've got to target the emojis that are not just the likes, because likes now are so common, so commonly used by people. Facebook is starting to value people that are doing more of the emoji and more of the heart style reactions. So you've got to try and target those. So try and get people to hit the heart button, hit the wow button, or even hit the anger button. But if they hit the anger button, it does mean typically that Facebook is not going to push that post as far as the others. And then within the content that's pushed on the Facebook network, how new is the post? So any new posts that are going to be coming up are going to take precedent over others. So when you're creating content, I want you to think about these 4 things, okay? And when you do that, you're going to be able to actually work with the algorithm to increase your audience and to increase your followers. So that was a quick excerpt from a completely dedicated Facebook webinar that I hosted a couple of months back, which I'm going to drop a link to in the into the chat for everyone to catch the replay. And I say the chat, I'm going to actually jump into the comments after this webinar, and we can go back from there. But let me know if you've got any questions. I'm going to call this more the day now. I'm going to call this the event now. But if there's any other questions you've got in regards to in regards to social media, in regards to using Canva, anything else, branding, monetization, just let me know in the comments. And we're going to see you next Saturday, because we're going to actually be talking next time about affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, and also brand deals. So if that's something you want to know more about, come and join me next week, same time, and I will see you then. So thanks again, everyone. My name has been Paddy McGill, and I will see you at on the next one. Bye bye.